There will be a David versus Goliath environmental showdown Thursday at the Orange County Courthouse. Residents in the Mercy Drive area and environmentalists are on one side will face off against Orlando City Hall and a developer on the other side. Residents in the Evergreen Park community and environmentalists say the massive Princeton Oaks warehouse development under construction on W.D. Judge Drive will harm the health of residents and the pristine Wekiva River. The construction project, which is underway, was approved by the City of Orlando, even though that wooded area is the source of water feeding into the Wekiva, and the land is supposed to be protected by state law.
We filed a lawsuit against the City of Orlando, the city commissioners, the mayor, and the developer because they have violated state law. They have, in voting unanimously for this project to move forward, they violated the Wekiva Parkway and Protection Act, which is a state statute creating and protecting the Wekiva study area. The land you see behind me is part of that Wekiva study area. It's the Little Wekiva River basin and headwaters of not only the Little Wekiva River, but also the Wekiva River, one of the primary headwaters.
So what does all that mean for people who are not, when you say headwater, I mean, I didn't see a lot of dirt. I don't see any river there.
Right.
How can that be part of Wekiva River?
Headwaters are the area where a river starts, and typically they are primarily land with maybe a stream or a creek that is wandering through it. However, water from that land, because usually, in this case especially, they're wetlands, the water from the wetlands filters into the creek, and then the creek flows down into a larger river, or eventually becomes a larger river itself. And so in the case of these headwaters here, they are wetlands. They completely fit the criteria that the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers has created to designate the physical characteristics of wetlands. These lands meet that. The interesting thing about wetlands, people think that they're wet all the time, and that's not the case. Wetlands are, you have different types of wetlands. You have your swamps, which are wet all the time, and then you have other wetlands where they're wet for a certain portion of the year and then dry for a certain portion of the year. We would like to see the city terminate the construction over here, have the developer completely terminate the construction that's taking place, to reverse all of the actions that they've done. They've dug a hole that is about 95 foot deep for one of their retention ponds, though obviously that went way past where the groundwater starts and went into the area that is impacting the aquifer. So we'd like to see them fill in all of the holes that they've made, pull out all of the concrete pipes, structures, foundations, anything that was not there before they started. We want to see all of that removed, and on top of that we would like to see the native vegetation that was there, the native wetland vegetation, restored back on the land, so that this will once again, as the trees grow, as the various plants grow, it will restore these wetlands back to their full functionality as a Wekiva wetland.
While the residents and environmentalists face an uphill battle, it's not unheard of having development removed to restore wild lands. The Cross Florida Barge Canal in North Florida is an example of a major construction project that was ended for environmental reasons, and the land was restored to its natural condition. If the neighbors and environmentalists fail, the warehouse facility will bring noise and 700 tractor-trailer rigs daily to W.D. Judge Drive, where every day dozens of children must cross the street to visit the Northwest Community Center.